Unit number 9, financial management. The whole unit is based on financial management, how we have to manage our finance. It is having 3 chapters, and today we are going to start the first chapter of 9th unit, that is 9.1. The name of this chapter is financial management, financial decisions and financial planning. 3 things we are going to study in this chapter: financial management, financial decisions and financial planning. And it's a very important chapter. 1 5 or 6 marks question will definitely be from this unit, or basically from this chapter. So first of all, we will talk about financial management. What is the concept of financial management? It refers to that that branch of management which is concerned with the effective acquisition and use of money. Two important things you have to consider here: acquisition of money and use of money. This branch of management is concerned with the effective acquisition and utilization of money. Means from where the money will come, and where you will spend it, how will you use the money, from where you will get the money. Acquisition means from where you will get the money, and use of money means where you will utilize it. From where you will get it and where you will utilize it, these two question to these answer to these two questions is financial management. Means you have to manage the finance. This is the branch of management which is concerned with the effective acquisition and utilization of money. Means you have to acquire money from somewhere, from where you will gain the money, from where you will get the money, that is acquisition. And where you will invest that money, how you will use that money, you will spend, you will invest, you will keep, whatever decision you will do for the utilization of money, that is financial management. Means we have to manage the finance of the company, we have to acquire or use the money. That branch of management which is concerned with the effective acquisition and utilization of money, we have to acquire money from somewhere and we have to utilize the money from for somewhere, some purpose we have to utilize the money. This is all financial management. Now, 2 topics are there in financial management, that is role of financial management and objective of financial management. Then we will come to financial decisions. First of all, you will see the role of financial management. Role of financial management. Now, if you are appointed as a manager, finance manager in a company, what role you will play? What will be your task? If you are appointed as a financial manager in a company, what will be your task? This is the role of financial management. First of all, बच्चे, determination of fixed assets. Determination of fixed assets. Suppose I am going to start a company. I want to open a factory. I want to start a factory of anything, production of anything. Suppose I am going to start the production of garments. So I appointed you as a financial manager. I appointed you as a financial manager. So what decision, first decision you will do? what the first task is yours. First of all, you will determine the amount of fixed assets. Fixed assets have an important contribution in the profits of a business organization. Under the financial management, the total investment in the fixed assets and every separate fixed asset is determined. Means how much we will be spending on the fixed asset, how much we will spend on the building. After building, we have to buy the furniture, we have to buy the machine. Work will not go without machine. We need a building to work. Then we need some machines. We have to get some furniture for sitting arrangement and everything. For these, we have to spend money on them for acquiring the building, or maybe on lease, on rent, or we have to buy them furniture, machine, everything, tools, equipments. So many things are there which we have to buy. So first of all, we have to determine how much we have to spend on total fixed asset and what should be the proportion of different fixed assets. Getting my point, bache? First of all, you have to decide about the fixed assets. Ki how much you will total spend on the fixed asset, then separately how much you will spend on building, how much on furniture, how much on tools, and so on. First of all, you will determine the size of fixed assets. Then second thing, you will determination of current assets. Determination of current assets. Then you will think ki how much we can spend on stock, how much we can go for credit sales, what should be the size of debtors, how much is the BR, how much we have to keep the cash in hand, how much we have to keep in the bank as working capital. So you will decide the current assets for the day to day transaction of the business. First of all, you have decided the fixed assets, ki how much fixed assets you are requiring. Then you will think about the current assets, ki how much current assets should be there with you for the day-to-day working of the business. Got my point? Third is bache, determination of proportion. Determination of proportion of long term and short term finance. Determination of proportion of long term and short term finance means now you have to acquire long term finance for these things. If you want to buy a building on, suppose you are purchasing a building and you are taking loan from bank, you will take the loan for long term. This is a long term proportion you need. And for these things, for current assets, you need short term finance. You can take bank overdraft from bank, or you can hire money, take money from someone else. So you have to determine the proportion, how much finance you need for long term and how much finance you need for short term. All the financial needs of the business are fulfilled through long term and short term sources. Under financial management, a proportion of both the financial sources is determined. Long term sources can be any, if you want to take loan, equity share capital, everything is there. So you have to decide in advance ki how, what should be the long term and what should be the short term proportion of the finance. Fourth, determination of proportion of various sources of long term finance. Determination of proportion of, see what is the difference between these two? Various sources of long term finance. Is there any difference between the 2 points? Definitely. Here we have decided the proportion of long term and short term. Suppose we need 30 lakhs for all these things. So we are going to take 20 lakh for long term and 10 lakh for short term. Suppose building we are buying for 12 lakhs, furniture 2 lakhs, machine and tools for 8 lakhs, 6 lakhs. So Total 20 lakhs we are requiring for long term and for 10 lakh for short term. Now we will just go for the various sources of long term finance. Ki what should be the source from where we can take? It can be equity share capital, it can be preference share capital, it can be retained earnings, our retained earnings on earnings, debentures, etc. We just have to think about the sources. This is the only difference in these 2 points. We have to determine the sources now. Last thing which we will determine, determination of various items of profit and loss account. Well in advance, we will determine the various items of profit and loss account. Various item included in the profit and loss account which gets influenced and affected by different financial sources. For example, interest is related to the amount of debt. Depreciation is related to the amount of assets. So whatever interest or whatever dividend we are going to pay, it depends upon the sources of finance. And how much depreciation we will charge, it depends upon the building. So we have to determine well in advance ki what should be the volume of depreciation and what should be the volume of interest, etc. All expenses we have to think in advance.